Hey everybody, it's Kathy here and I am so excited. I told you July was going to be fun and it is. I've joined the Stick It Down crew. That's right, and I'm on the double page layout creative team. This is so exciting. I am so lucky to be able to create with these amazing people and get to showcase their sketches to you. So if you haven't checked them out, go and check them out on Facebook and Instagram. I will put all the details down below and hope that you too will come along and stick it down with the rest of us. So today this double page layout just screamed at me to create using my photos from our recent visit to Sydney Zoo for Glow. And I'm using some Scrapbook Fantasies paper here to create a half and half page. So I'm going to have that blue glittery coloured top half with this star punch because it is a nighttime event and I thought the stars were most appropriate to go along the top half of the page, and then I'm putting the wood grain to the bottom for the bottom part of the layout and the place where the photos will anchor. So this is my interpretation of the sketch. There are going to be many interpretations on the Facebook group and Instagram that you will find. You just need to go and check them out. Now, we're meant to have them out on the 1st of the month, and this is my first month, so I'm still getting the hang of it, and I promise that next month it'll be released on the 1st. But I actually post on the 23rd, so go and check it out on the 23rd, and you'll see mine in the group. But you can go prior and join in the fun. We're really, really trying to get a lot of people sticking it down with these sketches. So I'm putting in my base here with my wood grain, and then I'm topping it off here with the glitter for my top piece, and I just love the yellow. It just is going to really pop the photos, and you'll see that very soon when we start looking at the photos. A half and half design is always classic. It's an easy way of getting paper onto your layout and creating that little bit of contrast between your papers, especially when you see a sketch that has a plain blank background. You can go plain blank, of course. Anyone could go plain blank. But halving and halving your paper, it stretches your stash, but it also allows you to put that creative touch to it that is yours. Now, everybody who watches any of my videos knows that I love wood grain, and this stuff from Alicia at Scrapbook Fantasies is, I'd have to say, my absolute favourite colours on the wood grain. I really do love this blue. It comes out so well and it looks fantastic, especially with these photos when you see them all together. The glitter, of course, is looking very granity, so I do like that as well, and it can be used for lots of different contrasting things. And you can just see the stars there, and they give that hint for a nighttime layout, and this is what this one is going to be. Now I'm going to get started with my stenciling in a moment, and I just had to go and get the gold and my card that I used to go through. And while I was there, I found my starburst, which I wanted originally, and I was going to use the circles, but I end up using the circles, and that's good because, as you'll see in a moment, this stencil moved a little bit, and so therefore it bled underneath. And I should have washi taped it down, but I didn't. That would have helped in the bleeding part of it. But because I use the circles, it actually looks like it's part of it when it's all together in the end. So yes, it's a little bit messy there on the ray, but that's okay. It does work out in the end. Now, I love this solar paste. It's beautiful. I'm almost at the end of this gold one. I think I'm going to have to order some more. It just dries so beautifully and very, very quickly, and it just gives the right amount of shimmer that you want for your layout. It's a nice gold. It's a yellowy gold, but it's not too yellow and it's not dark. It's just a really nice gold that goes well. Now, I am using this stencil here, which too is a Scrapbook Fantasy stencil, and it's the Starburst, and I really do like it, and it is the first time that I've used it, so that's why I was looking for it. I've never used it before, and I'm very pleased with how it turned out. Now, yes, I did smudge that there, but that's okay because when these circles go in and the title and the photos, it looks like the circles have actually been bled into the Starburst. So these circle ones I got from Scrap Sketch, and they are an amazing stencil as well. Very light, very flimsy, and just very creative, and it allows the paste to go through so easily. Now, I will go off screen and clean those straight away because that gold paste does dry very, very rapidly and it will stain the stencils. So I just went off screen to do that. So here are my photos, and this was, like I said, from Glow at Sydney Zoo, and this was at the entryway with all of the lights that they had in their entryway. So this is my daughter and myself. Cody, she's the one that loves the animals, and she really wanted to go. So we went because in the past couple of years we've gone and it's been a bit much the same, but this year, oh my goodness, they did above and beyond. It was fantastic. So I'm glad we went. We had a great night, just the two of us, and it was a cold night and we had to rug up, but we really, really did have a great time out there. So I'm just putting on my photos. They are slightly larger than the ones in the sketch, so I am actually going to miss one photo on it, and that's the one of the round ones, but that's okay. That's the whole idea about a sketch. You interpret it for yourself and you make it work for your photos. So I chose the one there that is the long one to go right across the double layout, and it beautifully cuts down that lion face there, so it works well. And I am going to trim the tiger so that it sits on this layout just a little bit better. So you can see here where I trim, and that sits there and the other side sits there, and it just fits across that layout exactly like the sketch does. Now, I'm supposed to have a circle in this space here, but because my photos are a little bit bigger, I'm not going to get it in there, and that's okay. The bulk of the photos are going onto this layout, and I am very happy with how many I actually get on there. Now, those smaller photos are actually from one 4x6, and I have just trimmed them down to fit the spaces onto the layout. I did get one circle in, and I have now got this one here, and it's a little bit different there because it's supposed to have a journaling spot down the bottom. I actually handwrite onto the wood off camera, so you can see me still trying to get that extra circle photo on, but in the end I decided not to. So let's start with the embellishing of it. Now, it has on the sketch a title that goes across the 2 pages and takes up the whole of the top, and then she has a floral banner underneath, but I'm actually going to use like a subtitle underneath. Now, for my clusters or my embellishments, I have used my Cricut and I've cut out silhouettes of the animals that are in the photos, and I'm using those as my embellishments for the layout, and I'm just strategically placing them around. I did put a little starburst behind each of them like they are in a light show, and that's to carry on the theme of wild nights and neon lights, because that's what it was. It was beautiful. The animals, the nocturnals were out, so I actually got some great photos of the koalas and some of the other animals that only come out and are active at night, so it was really very good. And then I have just added in those little bit extras as my embellishments. Now, I am keeping my embellishments down simple for this one. There is a lot going on this double layout, so I thought that simple was best. You could make it as complex as you like. You can make it as simple as you like. The whole idea is that it's your layout and you're interpreting a sketch to work for you. So remember, Stick It Down is about giving you a sketch idea and you join in the fun and share with all the other creators your interpretation of the sketch. So I'd love to see your interpretation. I'd love to see you going over to the site and putting up what you are creating with this sketch. And you can also go to my Facebook page, Kathy Loves to Scrap, and put it onto my feed there under this layout so that I too can see what you are doing specifically and comment for you and you alone. I just love that this double layout is going to be so effective, and I'm happy to be on the double team because doubles are not my go-to, and this is really pushing me out of my comfort zone and really pushing me into being creative, and I love that fact because it's always great to try something new, and this is just perfect. So there you go. I've put that Sydney Zoo After Dark, the subtitle, as my banner type thing. And what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to add in some white splatters, and I am using the Dina Wakley white gloss spray. It is a little bit thicker, although lately it seems to be a bit watery, and I don't really know why. It's not, yeah, I don't know whether it's breaking down or something, but it's pretty unusual. When I first got it, it was nice and thick, and now it seems to be a little bit watery. Maybe I need to get a new one. But I do love it because it does leave definite white splatters, and on that granite paper you need solids and things that look a bit more solid. And look at that, it's just coming together beautifully. I did go off screen and add in some gemstones, and you can see those around that die cut there. I added them in the colours of the layout, and I just thought that they were like little lights, or the reflections of the lights from the whole night. So it was just that little bit extra onto my embellishments, which I felt, even though they were perfect, I just wanted them a little bit more. I just like to add a little bit more. I don't know about you. Do you go back and look at layouts and add more? I do. I often go back and think, no, that just needs a little bit more. As I said, I journaled down there into that space, and this is how it's come up. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? So even though there is that smudge with the stencil, it looks like it's part of that circle that has gone over underneath it. So it actually worked really well by adding those circles to the ends, and it just looks like it belongs there. So it doesn't matter if you make a mistake with your mixed media. You just cover it up, or you'll build it into the layout and it looks like it's part. I'm really sorry I can't show you the double across my desk. I only have a small space, but in the close-ups you'll get to see the full effect of the double layout, and I just love it. I'd love for you all to come down to stick it down and have a go. Please join us in all the fun this month. There is also a single sketch that you can get involved in, and I'm going to have a go at that this month too. Happy scrapping, everybody. Thanks for watching. Hope I've earned a thumbs up, and if you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing so that you can keep up to date with these layouts. See you real soon, everybody. Here's my next video. Catch you over there.